Here I am on Saipan, and that's my view as I'm talking to you. I was speaking to a friend recently, and he mentioned that there's so much to learn about, health. And I guess sometimes it can be overwhelming, and that sometimes will paralyze people from really jumping into a new lifestyle. What I'd like to share with you is something you might have heard about before, and it's called, I refer to it as the stages of mastery. People call it the stages of learning. But essentially, there are four stages you go through when you're adopting a new habit, a new lifestyle, learning a new process, new motor skills. And essentially, unconscious means you're not aware, and competence means your skill level. So the first stage is unconscious incompetence. In other words, you don't know, you're unaware of what you don't know. And the analogy I'd like to draw for you is when it comes to driving, learning how to drive. When you're learning how to drive, you start out at a stage of unconscious incompetence, meaning you are unaware of what you don't know. Your instructor will tell you this is what the odometer does, this is what the speedometer does, this is what the brake does, and you're saying to yourself, wow, I never knew that, I never knew that. So you're not even aware of all the things that you don't know. You're unconsciously incompetent. After a while of practicing, then you get to a stage where you are consciously incompetent, meaning now you know what you don't know. You know you don't know how to parallel park. You know you don't know how to make a right turn or a left turn smoothly. So now you're conscious of your incompetence. You know what you don't know, and you work and you keep working at it. Next stage is where you're consciously competent, meaning now you're conscious and you're competent, but you have to be conscious of it. You have to keep your hands at 10 and 2, and you have to actually be very fully conscious and aware and present when you're, in your competence, in your abilities. And then after a while, as we all know, who drive, you get to a stage where you are unconsciously competent, meaning now you can drive, and you can drive with one hand, and you can talk on the phone at the same time, and you can work on your have conversations with people. So now you're in a state where you're unconsciously competent. You can do it in your sleep. It's now second nature. It's now a habit. It's now something that you can even teach other people. So those are the four stages that you go through with learning any new skill and habit. And I'd like you to think about it also now that you are embarking or advancing on a path towards perfect health, long life, and the fountain of youth, or trying to live a natural life in an unnatural world, that you're going to go through stages. It may seem as if there's a lot you don't know, but that's not a reason to quit. That's not a reason to think that it's too difficult. That simply means you're at the beginning stages. You're at the stage where you're just learning, where you're unconsciously incompetent. You don't know what you don't know, and you're just now getting a handle on all the different things, all the way the body works, healing, or organic foods, protocols, cleansing, enema, coffee enemas, liver flushes. All of those things are new to you, so now you're learning more about it. But give yourself time. Over time, you'll go through the different stages. You'll become consciously competent, and then after a while, you'll get into the fourth stage where you'll be unconsciously competent, and you'll be able to even teach others how to do the liver flushes. You'll be adept at fasting. It'll become second nature for you to eat one meal a day. Become a natural habit. You'll be able to look at ingredients on packages and know exactly, that this is food or not food. So give it time. Don't be discouraged. Don't be dissuaded by the fact that there's a lot that you have to take in. Just pace yourself, and in time, it'll become second nature. Hope that's helpful, and I'll talk to you in a future video.